okay, there's a web form, and we're generating a complicated document out of it, a personal document. This is for us the simplest use case. Just taking a headless CMS, generating a content and deliver it as email or so. This is the simplest use case. And we know exactly what needs to be done. So, okay, let's jump into it, what I had in mind, or what I have in mind. So, we need to finish, or at the end, after I'd like to improve the existing homepage. The existing homepage is just an outcome of several hours just brainstorming. The new the next step is to have 2 new landing pages on top. There is one page which explains our consulting service, which positions us as the specialist for service automation solutions. Now we are delivering, we have our methodology kind of here. This is all there already. We are enablers for automation. We are using the expression, we provide zero-touch workflow solutions and document automation. So, and our offering as consultants is strategies. So we're helping companies to define, identify strategy, an automation strategy. We are setting up the integration or the automation, so customized workflows, and we help, and this is the differentiator, we help the IT departments to take our open endpoints technology and to develop on top of it, so that they are not dependent anymore on us.
Got it. So there's a first question which brings up on my mind actually. So as you said that we have to improve the homepage as well, right? So are we going to talk about open endpoints on the homepage right now at this stage?
It's a good question, but I would say yes, just because of the purpose. Just to make clear, we are not helping any customers to set up Zapier, Integromat, or anything else. We are integrating based on our technology. Our technology is an XML content data transformation thing. Okay. We know how to configure it. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I would like to ask you both, Samir and Habib. You should have notes for yourself, because open endpoints is a separate thing, and the thing which we offer already at the moment, we are providing services to the IT customers, and actually to various kind of customers. And what we are doing at the moment is that we are providing service. So the business model is you can assume the business model as a service provider right at the moment.
Exactly. We're a service provider. Open endpoints is paused for now. Now we have just the documentation web page, and that's it. This comes afterward. So our plan, I've provided you this link, the link to this thing here. This comes later. So the application. So, but for now we are talking about. Let's forget open endpoints. It's just our Zapier, or you can call it whatever. This is our the technology which we are using for our services, to provide our services. Okay. So I believe this, just for explanation. So this is what we offer: strategy, implementation, and training, or handing over based on open endpoints. There's a little methodology which I have.
I'm really sorry, but I'm breaking you up. But I just want to structure the things as you explain. Just like what I want is that let's explain. Let's talk about homepage first, and then let's come to the second page. What do you think?
Yeah, I understand this. The issue I have is always when we're talking about the homepage means.
Actually, the homepage is the collection of all the services you are providing.
Exactly. So, and the current homepage is not good. It's not you know, in the ideal world, the homepage should have, as what you said, to be an extract of the two other pages or the two other areas, and it's not yet here. So that's why I would like
Okay,
to
okay.
explain to you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's again.
Just for having my notes, what I am assuming is that what I believe is that your expectation from homepage is that you should see a collective information uh, provided by homepage
So
with
if these two pages are great, creating a good homepage is easy. If they are not on to the point,
Mhm.
homepage will not be to the point. You know that's
Right.
my experience.
Exactly, you
So
are exactly right. But just in case, I for the sake of notes, I'm just writing the things down. Now you can continue, please.
so this is just I'm coming. No, this is just read it and you know what we are really doing. No, this is where we helping how we are helping our customers. So we have our methodology and we are taking open endpoints as a technology and we are helping in discovery strategy and software development services to set up open endpoints. This is what we do. Okay, let's talk about the solutions, and this is where I really need help because I'm too deep in our topics, so I need good UX. I need people who simplify, who are capable to simplify our offerings. I mean, the finals, the solutions. And the idea, as I said, was to communicate our offering based on kind of blueprint solutions, on examples. Yeah. I am not now, you know, at the beginning we said we are helping customers in the areas of sales and marketing, documents or automations, back office automations and data transformation. I'm not sure if the wording is good. I've changed here, we connect your apps and generate content, and these are in these areas we thought we will provide services.
Okay,
No?
okay.
For
Now
now,
I really got your pain point, Arnhem. Your pain point is also is related with the content which is written on the site, right? Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
I think so. What should I do for this solution is that I should get the copywriters and ask them to research on your business, and then what they can do is that they can collaborate with the Habib, the UX designer, and they can make an approach, a user writing approach, actually the user experience writing approach. So that's how actually we do the things. We collaborate with the copywriters and they do the research. UX designer also do the research, and then they sit on the same table, and then they decide what type of content on the website it should be.
Great, great. So I've taken your current the current prototype and I've changed it slightly, and I think it makes sense now to go a little step to go through how I understand our business. So the very first or your prototype is helpful. It was really helpful to give it to give my thoughts a little structure. So we provide with I'm communicating that we are having blueprints, but the reality in our business, we are just flexible. We can kind of integrate everything and then generate documents based on. If there is an API, we can just connect it. We can take the data. We are transforming data, and then we're providing. We're generating documents.
Right.
So some blueprints which I have just taken. So for example, there's a contact form which triggers a personalized email. I thought we could just communicate here several different, what I would call blueprint automations. Or yeah,
You
some
mean
examples of service organ.
you mean the existing examples which are helping the industry at the moment, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
So
So, for example, yeah.
please go on. Please go on.
Yes, we don't know yet if we could earn more money with LinkedIn automation or with industry SAP integrations. We are not yet sure, but what where we're really sure is we want to identify blueprints that we can really set up again and again and again. Not just where it takes just a couple of hours to set it up, and a customer is more happy than using SAP, Zapier with PandaDoc or something like that. You get the idea.
Yeah,
So
I
another
understand.
thing, generate a proposal using data sources of your choice. You don't just take an Excel or Google Sheet or your highly sophisticated product information management system or product catalog. We don't care. Just talk to us. We can integrate into it. A machine incident generates a service ticket or manual. This is a typical use case where we're at home. So we can just take any system, any machine, and when there is an incident or an alert, our system can generate a manual or a ticket or something. And this will be then delivered into a Atlassian Jira task,
Right.
yeah, for example. So, which leads to the next one. Our solutions are as flexible as your business success requires.
I'm really sorry, Anand, but I want to stop you here and ask few questions about the previous section. So actually, there are three things. The first thing is the contact form trigger. The second thing is the generating proposal from any data sources of our choice. It could be the CRM, or it could be the Excel file, or it could be anything, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We have a list. My partner has just asked another Upwork to collect a list of all services, API based, where we could just easily connect.
Okay.
That's the end.
Now, the second question is that actually, what I'm trying to ask you is that what do you expect from us to do with this section? I have a lot of ideas for to convey
Mhm.
the examples. So if let's suppose what we can do here in this section is that like contact form trigger, what we can do, we can create an image, or we can create an artwork which would be explaining the process of contact form trigger, or it could be an example of actually the real life example, so that people
Exactly.
can connect with it.
Yes, exactly. This would be perfect. The idea, I'm going back. Sorry, I was too fast. Maybe go. I'm going up here. This is what I have in mind. There is a solution overview, just the appetizer, what we do,
Right.
and then we could have for every solution, yeah, as a template of explanation. No? Yes, is this what you also had in mind? Or even already here in this area. But feel free, I just telling you, you are the UX specialist. I am the guy who's just now struggling with how can we how can we communicate our business better. No, that's
Right.
the and you know what, for you also, I need this better explanation also to work. I mean, I have already some presentation when I'm talking to clients,
Mhm.
but I'm a big believer if we can have we have a good website, a clear, good website. It's easy to have better presentations. No?
Exactly.
Okay, the idea is to have here blueprints, kind of, service examples, automation examples here below, just as you have had just the logos also of all of these API based platforms, just as an I don't know how that's
So
a
it
carousel
it
like.
should be a third party platform which we would be providing actually the integration with, right?
Exactly. Our solutions are as flexible as your business success requires. So we connect everything which has a typical REST API and stuff. No,
Hmm.
this is
Right.
our. Then I changed this here slightly. So our five steps is, we have to distinguish. You have said kind of, and I liked it. Communication like just me as a customer, I have just to do 5 steps. No, it's our service, and we are helping you in 5 steps to get your thing up and running. So our 5 steps to deliver your person service automation solution. I don't know if the writing, the copy is good, but this is what we do. So we're setting up an input channel. We are enriching the provided input with third party collect or connecting to third party
Yeah, the data sources
databases
actually.
also. Exactly. We're doing any analytics or rules for transforming. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
this
for
could also be
mapping
we
for
trans
mapping, right? Okay.
exactly. Then we're generating or creating content and or
How the
documents.
output we want.
Exactly. And then we are delivering. So it can be an upload back to HubSpot or
Hmm.
just an email
Okay.
with an attachment.
Okay.
So this is just what we do as a service. Again, as a this is kind. Here we could have. Let me up. I can click this one here.
I think so for this
Uh,
section, Arnhem, what do you think if we
oops.
explain the steps with the pictures as well?
Mm-hmm.
If we do the artwork here in the step one, and then the step one would have a text description as well, but it should have pictorial representation as well, so that the person who is reading or viewing the site could actually experience the whole story.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts, guys? Samir and Habib.
Okay.
Sorry, you were not clear. Amit, there were some distraction. Please, again, ask again.
Sorry, Samir, please do say that again because your voice is we're not able to hear.
Or your voice was please repeat again your question.
I don't hear.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
say
can
it
hear.
again.
Please say it again.
The connection was distracted. Please repeat your question.
Okay, Samir. Actually, what we were talking about, I think so. You guys have a distortion issue, right? You didn't listen what we said. Is that right?
Some part of that. Yes.
Okay. Actually, what we were discussing here is that there are 5 steps to provide the solution to the customer. On the first step, what we do is that we connect the input channels, and just input
Yes,
channel
I
can
got
be.
that. You want some pictorial representation over there.
Yeah, exactly. What I was saying, what I was suggesting, and is that let's user have a pictorial representation instead of
Okay.
telling them these are the steps, so that they could actually because 5 steps are quite large. Quite quantitative actually. So if you can explain it through a pictorial representation, then it would be quite easier for the user to understand it rather than telling them there are 5 steps.
I agree. I agree. I totally agree. You know what this is just I learned. I mean, 5 steps is too much. But what I learned is if I mean again we are a service company. If we are perceived as partners who have a clear process in mind, it gives peace of mind.
Hmm.
If
Right.
I tell you it only takes 3 steps to come from A to C or to Z, and we
Yeah,
know
I,
exactly how we
Anim, you
can
are right.
take you by the hand.
You are right, actually. But what I am trying to say is that let there be the 5 steps. But why should we highlight those 5 steps? Instead of that, we should highlight the process.
I agree. Feel free. At the end, just let me add that this area is actually can be cross-linked over to the consulting page. If one wants to go deeper, he can read here. Now, this is unfortunately the 5 steps are not part of this.
Right.
The five steps are actually part of the implementation here.
And the implementation is quite tough.
Yes, you remember inside of this block here, we have the 5 steps. Implementation with expertise and commitment. So how to get to the solution. And yeah, maybe you're right. We can take it out here, make it, but yeah, we thought it makes maybe sense to have
Okay,
the
and then
five steps.
there is a problem is that whenever you are designing the wireframes, you cannot add the pictorial graphics on the wireframing stage. But what I
Mhm.
assume is that should we do with the pictorial representation first, or should we complete the wireframe first? What do you think?
You know, what I would like, what I really appreciate, if you could go through this and just, you know, you have no experience. I mean, how to say, you are. I am blind.
Right, right.
I am blind. Maybe I'm talking too complicated.
Hmm.
So, but if you get what we are doing, if you I mean, you can really help to simplify everything and feel free make a different.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Uh,
Now, what I was
yeah,
thinking is that I would be adding the pictorial representation here in the wireframe, but I would use the colors as black and white, so it could be mix and match strategy.
hmm. I can imagine that you really would like to immediately start with designing on this. But I am really, as I told you, if it really helps if we now the people on the call have a clear understanding of the purpose of each section. If we are clear about what the purpose is and what I mean the potential customer should get out of this, then we are generating a great website.
Got it.
Yeah.
Actually, what your preferences are is to get the experience first and then move forward to the UI, right? And what
Mm-hmm.
I am actually thinking is that we would be doing the wireframing first, but in parallelly we would be designing the pictorial graphics as well, so that we could add them into the wireframe and then should show you the clear idea.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, and you know, this is still very high. I mean, very high level. We shouldn't go deeper because the objective is to generate leads at the end. No?
Mhm.
And again, here is why should one work with us and our technology? Here's the block of open endpoints. We provide service automation solutions with open endpoints. And why? Because open endpoints doesn't cost you a dime. It's
Mhm.
on premise, it's your data. You have just to pay for the
Right.
hosting and the setup.
Right.
And the difference is it's Zapier, it's like Zapier plus document generation, workflows or automation plus
One.
document.
Okay. Well, I actually understood of these things, but and what I need from you is that you might need to provide the advantages over the competition that what we are actually providing. The actually, the value proposition, these are your value propositions. So okay, if you
Mhm.
can provide me these value proposition in detail, then it would be really easy for me to understand and make a clear picture in users mind.
Yes, I mean, I could, but shall we have more than these three? Sorry.
No, no. Actually, what I'm saying is that these three are enough. But the content which is being written below that, so I need that. If you can give me a rough document that this thing is actually overcoming this cause, this clause, and it would be helpful. If the data, okay, let me actually read the existing one. If it is
Yes, the content is there. So really, the content is there.
okay, then
And I
then
had
there is no
really,
issue.
we had an older web page which
Mm-hmm.
had much more content, but my partner was always like, oh, don't, he doesn't like it because there was a lot of words, and I got the feedback too much words, too much. So
Actually, he's right, sir.
hmm?
Because whenever you are, actually have to sacrifice whenever in front of marketing strategies and the standards of of actually W3C. So that's why these are the issues.
Exactly. So, in terms of my belief is in terms of what is this overview page about, then it should be, we I can set up or talk to my partner and just say, okay, what are the 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 uh, potential blueprints? Now we could collect some, but on the other hand side, I'd like just to give an appetizer to get in touch with us. This leads us to the point you remember to the questionnaire here.
Mm-hmm. Got
Get
it.
a quote. So, because this is another thing where I thought this is just should be the main part, the proposition. So the
Mm-hmm.
appetizer for we helping you setting up a great automation solution. And then we should have a link to, okay, your solution is not here, but let us ask you 5 questions and you get a quote. We can automate everything.
Got it. So the questionnaire story starts from here by clicking the request demo, right?
I this was my idea actually,
Actually,
yes.
you are on point. But
Sorry?
actually, you are right. But what I was thinking is that asking your user for the request of demo should be place should be actually your main goal is to get the user to questionnaire. Am I right?
Exactly.
So this is a
Yes,
CTA. So this CTA should
exactly.
be should be actually on the first section as well, on the middle as well, and on the bottom as well. So that
Yes,
you should have a number of CTAs which would be actually redirecting you to one main goal. And if the person who wherever he clicks, he should be redirected to the end part of our journey.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So that's it. And just for you, maybe this is also interesting. I can share this document. I have a little. I don't know if you've ever heard about Donald Miller. I'm always following Donald Miller blueprint um, about landing pages, the structure of a landing page, and I have not taken it now. I mean, everything, every advice here. But he says,
Uh,
okay, you need this
well,
clear,
you follow the
yeah,
Donald Miller, the person who actually is a marketer and the landing page designer as well, right? I read his blogs
exactly.
as well.
So
He's a cool
I'm
person.
a real fan. I like it a lot because it's
I
really
like him as well.
simplifying and
Yeah, yeah. He actually
yeah,
give the idea to the world to just provide a minimalist and user-friendly design.
exactly. So this is what this is, I mean, the longer, for example, here below, he says, you need to give something for free. I don't have yet any document.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to spend some money or someone or I don't know to write them, but we don't have it yet. But we have
But I
some
think so. You
testimonials.
must be you having testimonials, so we should be placing. But I think so. These are for the for homepage, right?
Yes, this is or the landing page. This is a good question. We could have such a a reduced version of this, such a blueprint for any single solution. You know, if you imagine again, let's assume we are offering LinkedIn to brochure automation. No, we can even create something like this or a more technical way. This is always a question, no? As what you said, we could show a process, or
Actually,
we
sir,
show.
what we are doing at the moment is that we are creating multiple landing pages for multiple service types. So I think so. The solution overview page is not going to be our landing page, but it's going to be a detail. It's going to be a part of journey for to get user to be navigated to the real landing page of the service.
Exactly. You are absolutely right. But on the other hand side, value proposition communication always helps. Not to say, okay, if you have the LinkedIn automated, your LinkedIn, you save the time, your processes are smarter. So, but this is just an idea. So just for you, I'm following this. If you want to, I can share it, but I assume you have it somewhere. No,
Yeah, I do.
this. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay. So I'm here for any questions if you have one,
Actually, I
or
have
if you have
collected
questions.
my all notes, which is ending to the solution overview. And if you guys, the Samir and Habib, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask.
No, no, I'm all good. I'm all clear on that. No,
Are
no.
you clear or not? On that I
Yeah,
haven't. Um,
I,
yeah.
I got everything. I got everything. I'm okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, perfect. We have intelligent people.
So, as I said, this is the core. I don't know if it's a proposition or product. These are the products. The very
I think so.
example,
These are your.
communicating examples.
I think so. These are your. I think so. It is your USP. What do you think?
It's a good question. I mean, this, as I
Or
said,
is
I
is it
believe
a
I
value
am.
proposition?
Imagine. I'm coming from this idea that if we are specialists for, I mean, imagine we would communicate. We are a specialist for Zapier.
Mm-hmm.
We are helping you to set up Zapier right.
Mm-hmm.
How would we communicate this? So this is we are the Zapier, or any. I have friends or a friend who's running a HubSpot agency. So he's communicating. I am the specialist for HubSpot. I can set you up everything, the platform. I will guide you how to generate leads. So he is a CRM HubSpot specialist.
Actually,
And
I
in
think
our
so.
case, yeah,
What I think is that we are business automation consultants.
exactly. That's it.
So this is
That's it.
what should we call ourselves?
We are, I call here, we are enablers for automations, or on the landing page, I just said here, we connect your apps and generate content. But, this is, yeah. And here we immediately start with some examples. We generate, if you're talking to us, we can generate, for example, sales proposals at perfection. I don't know if this wording is good. I've
Actually,
changed it slightly.
we might have to do some researches, and then we would decide either this wording is good for our business or not. Because
Yeah.
you are hosting that page on internet, so whatever the keywords would be utilized in as per SEO, so we would be using that instead
Yes.
of
You,
the words we like.
I agree 100%. If I would know what Zapier is, or which connectors or which services on Zapier would be used most, this would very helpful. No? Or even better, where are the frustrations of the Zapier users? Because I believe if we get this, we would understand. So I told you I spoke to HubSpot, and the lady from HubSpot told me, yeah, this is very common let's say, concern or something.
The
They
pain
have
point.
customers who are really not happy with this proposal generator in HubSpot, within HubSpot. They have a lot of requests for solutions for more individualized or better document
Uh,
generation.
got it. Actually, PandaDoc also gave the integration with HubSpot, right? But it is not effective as it should be.
Yeah. So we have to, I believe if the website is out and we run a little campaign on it, we will find quickly out what our customers are looking for.
Got it.
And we
Got
have
it.
just to communicate several and then, and I'm curious, let's see if it is LinkedIn or if it will be any specific XML, I don't know,
I think you
banking
should provide the
or
integration to Upwork as well, because there are a lot of
yes.
salespeople there as well.
As I said, I spoke to HubSpot and they said, yeah, we can place open endpoints in the marketplace and we can also position ourselves as a solution partners. Yeah, we are not yet clear. The main is our objective. We don't want, we want, we want to work more on more simple solutions, not anymore on this highly sophisticated
Yeah, I totally
machine
agree
A,
with you.
machine
Actually,
B, SAP.
actually it is very hectic job to connect a machine with then the server, and then it's you would be you won't be able to sleep regularly. I assume that
Yeah,
with such kind of
if we
customers,
have done, and that's the case. So we have a customer who is okay. He has purchased a package, a retainer of ours for support maintenance from our side. But the issue is our solution is that stable. We don't earn a dime on
tricky, tricky.
it because the hours are not useless, and so we have to quicker integrate. Yeah, and I said during that year we are going to offer a host solution.
Got it. I think so.
Okay.
I am quite clear. And the first thing what I am going to do, I would like my team to do is to revamp the actually revamp the solution overview, and then after making solution overview correct, then just go to forward to the next services. This
Yeah,
should be
this
the
would be
roadmap.
great.
What do you think, Arnab?
Yeah.
We should do
Yes.
the
Yes.
solution overview. So what I categorize with the work is that, Arnab, let me actually summarize the work, that how much
Yeah.
efforts and what are the things actually we would be required from
Mm-hmm.
different roles. So where
Mm-hmm.
we might be actually we need the copywriters to do the research.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the content writers, sorry, like
Mm-hmm.
the content writers who do the creative writing.
Yeah.
The content I have the content writers, so I will ask them to do the research on business and get the content ready for the solution overview page. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
the designers, what the designer would do is that the designer would be finding out the solution to convey the message to the user, what we did talk in the whole meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So these would be the two
Mm-hmm.
things. The first content writer would be doing the creative writing work, and and the UX designers would be finding out the solutions to
Yes.
visualize the ideology of this whole story.
Yes. That's right. I mean, yes. I believe we need another iteration on this. So I mean, your insights and your recommendations about the structure and keep the kind of landing page. What is the purpose of every section here? What is maybe missing? Maybe there's something missing. So, for
Actually,
example,
I think so. And the main purpose of this landing page is to generate the lead. and the lead would be
Exactly.
generated the lead cannot be generated without getting the questionnaire filled by the user. So this is the actual
Yes.
point, and we need to optimize the experience. So for the what should be the first thing for us is that we should make this solution overview page just like that, so that people could click the request demo button. Either they click on the first section, either they click on the middle one, either they click on the bottom. So it is the job for the
Let's book
UX
a call.
guys.
No, 1 second. Let's book a call. This is I'm a big fan of just because I am like this. I don't want to. I'm not a fan of going into a questionnaire,
Hmm.
but I know there are a lot of people. Let's book a call. This is the first. Let's book a call so they can immediately get into our
Okay.
Calendly thing here.
Okay.
And the second is
Right.
actually
So
maybe.
now
Um,
now this landing page has two goals. Either it would book you a meeting call, either it would generate the lead. So this is now this is actually now multi-funnel landing page and not a specific one.
mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah,
these are the two
yeah.
CTAs. I think so. These two CTAs should be everywhere. Either they book the call or they book they just go towards the questionnaire.
Yeah, yeah. So, and feel free if you want to simplify this, I'm fine.
Okay, and
On the other hand
what
side,
I would
maybe
do
we
is that
can take
you
this.
know,
Yeah.
and the creative writing is a job which would take time. Maybe it would take 1 or 2 days. But what we would do is that we would use the existing content on the landing page, but we would try to make experience better with the existing wordings and the existing content. Just once the content is ready, then once the creative writer did the research and just make some draft, the first draft for us, then we would place that draft on this landing page, and then I would show it to you. Then
Yeah,
obviously the content can has its own iteration as well, no problem at all.
yeah. So I believe my wording is not that bad, and so, let's
No, no,
say
no, no, it's cool actually.
67,
It's cool.
70%,
It's cool actually. You have done the 70% job. I do agree with that.
60, 70% is done, hopefully. And what I really miss, what I think is really important is that the simplification or to the point, and for example, what I'm a huge fan of, I'm a huge fan if there is an area stating, so something I have here, overwhelmed of setting up tools like Zapier, Pandadoc, or even MailMatch, you can spend your time better. This, what is it costing you not to work with us? I'm a huge fan of, for example, a little space, not a little area, stating, are you
Pitching words,
really, are you, huh?
to pitch the client so that he might have a feeling. Okay, I am going to talk to you. Let's see what do you are.
Exactly, to challenge the potential client, not to
Right.
challenge. Are you happy with your current situation? Are you still doing copy paste? You get the idea that
Yep.
that's, for example, something which I really like. I have not integrated something like this anywhere, but if you, yeah,
Okay, the content
okay,
should have a challenging pitch, a challenging pitch to customers. Okay, I have my notes.
okay, good. So great.
Okay, and actually, thank you very much for your time and your brief explanation. Actually, and I assume that it would work a lot for us because we get the real picture in our mind. Before that, we wouldn't had that picture which it is now. So obviously, the results going to be quite different.
Okay. So, in regards of, hours and so, what shall we just, I'm a big fan of, let's packages of hours. So let's assume we are now, assume, not I, the system itself is on 40 hours per week and so, but let's say
Actually, we would
you,
do the 40 hours this week, but let's see if it exceeds, then we will talk. No problem at all.
Okay, okay. Because I was thinking, I'd like to see in let's say after 10 hours
And I think so.
some result.
You should see first, then we would bill it. We would talk that
Okay,
later. No problem at all. I should
okay,
I will provide you the first glance. Then we will
mhm.
decide what to do. Okay.
Okay, good. Because I have also made my experience here on Upwork.
No problem. No problem.
And you too with some clients. So.
Yeah, obviously it happens.
Yeah, all good. Thank you, Uma and team. So the names are Samir and
Habib.
who else is Abid.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope yeah, I feel free to ping me if you have any questions. So I'm here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Arnam. Have a nice one.
Thank you guys.
Have a good night. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night, you too. Bye.